The easiest way to practice framing and composition for your videos using only your smartphone. Peace to all my creators out there. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already done so. And today we're actually going to be talking framing and composition. Composition refers to the framing of the image and all the elements inside of it. So basically the images that you choose to have in the frame and how you arrange it is going to have tremendous impact on the story that you want to tell. So when framing a shot, there's a couple of things to consider. The type of lens that you're using, the distance between the subject and the camera, negative space. Are you too high? Are you too low? Is the angle distracting? You have too much headroom, not enough headroom. When framing a shot, it's just as important to pay attention to what's going on in the background, to pay attention to what's going on around the edges of the video, and also, really what's not in the frame is just as important as what's in the frame. A simple exercise that you could do in order to master framing and composition for your films or your video projects is to actually take pictures. Use pictures as a practice to figure out how you're going to frame a specific subject. Think of a story that you could tell in 10 to 15 photos and create a little digital storyboard per se of what you're trying to accomplish with this story. Make sure there's a beginning, make sure there's a middle, and make sure there's an end. Thank everybody for still watching. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. And first shot, right off the bat, I can tell you that I was actually at work. I completed this little exercise within 30 minutes on my lunch break, so I didn't have a lot of time, no locations, but nonetheless, I got it done. So right off the bat, being that I was rushing, this shot is horrible. There's nothing I could do with it. I had to, basically you could scrap it, but I wanted to show you ugly frame anyways because there's nothing going on. Me being the subject, my face is not even in the frame, so this is just horrendous. The point of framing and composition is to actually make sure that the viewers know what your intention is as a filmmaker. What you're supposed to navigate their eyes towards what you want them to see. The second shot doesn't look that bad, but not really too happy with it. Yeah, I'm in the center of the frame. There's some things going on, but it just looks ugly. If you have time, you should always design your set and make sure you move things around so that it looks pleasing, behind the camera. Just take off some pictures, hang up some new ones, move those flowers around. I could have moved the chairs around, and obviously I have no lights, so I'm relying on an overhead light of this break room, and it's a fluorescent light. It's not that good. So here, after two tries of something that I didn't like, I settled on this, which was actually not that bad. If you look, the artwork is in the background. You got the flowers in the foreground and me in the center. Now the fact that the flowers go a little bit over my shoulders kind of creates a little bit of depth. Not so much, but just enough with given the resources. Clearly, I'm the center of attention. Me filling out this piece of paper, whatever it is, so you can pretend this is like a doctor's office or just some kind of a office setting. As we move along, it's the same exact shot, except now my hand is actually creeping towards the cup. So me, as a director, I want the audience to know that I'm reaching for that cup. I'm actually trying to grab this cup of coffee, and most likely I'm going to drink it. Again, overhead shot of the coffee just to give it a different perspective. This is more of a close-up. You can see the top of the coffee. The magazines are left there just to continue to establish the fact that we're in some sort of waiting room. All right, so this next shot is actually more of an establishing shot. It's a wide shot, so it's showing you that I'm in a waiting room. You can see the multiple chairs there. You can see the magazine still on the table. And you can see me now with the cup in my hand looking like I'm going to drink it. This next medium shot is actually showing me drink the cup of coffee. Trying to follow along with the rule of thirds. The subject is not in the center, but more towards the side, filling up the upper right, lower right, and lower left hand quadrants. Right, this next shot is actually telling the audience that whatever's inside this coffee cup is no good. The coffee cup is actually filling up the lower left hand side of the frame, while the face is in the upper right hand side of the frame. But it's clearly a face of disgust. So the audience is clear that what I'm looking at is the cup. Whatever was in it, because we know from the previous shot that I just drank it, is disgusting. Well, this next shot doesn't really do much for me. it does show me looking at something, although it doesn't really give me that message. It just looks like I'm just sitting there looking confused, and that's not really the idea of what this shot was supposed to establish. It was supposed to show my attention, something getting my attention. But I just don't like the way it looks. The background looks horrendous. I don't like that artwork hanging on the wall. The color of the wall obviously is no good. There is a little bit of depth because I'm not really, so hugged up on the wall. I'm a little bit off the wall. But if there was something else in the background, a different type of art or sculpture or just a different background, I think it would work. This is what was supposed to catch my attention. This is the trash can, so whatever was in that cup is now going to be in the trash can. This is supposed to show the audience what I was looking at. This is what caught my attention, the trash can that's in front of me. Now we cut to another medium shot, but low angle shot at the same time of me looking at the coffee now, at the coffee cup. Again, I'm still disgusted because whatever it was nasty, and my face is clearly showing that. But my face is actually centered. And if you notice the bottom of the frame, my shoulders plus the cup is actually completely covering the bottom of the frame. And if you look at the ceiling, the leading lines going towards my head are creating almost like a triangle, which is kind of pointing, everybody's direction towards my face. And that's exactly what I wanted with this. So if you've noticed so far, I've had some shots that actually work with what I'm trying, with my intentions, and some that are not. And that's usually why you have to practice until you master it, until you actually get a chance to always know what you're trying to film. Now, we duplicated the other shot of the trash can just to almost mimic a camera movement. So it went from the trash can to my face back to the trash can, basically letting the audience know that's exactly what he's thinking. He wants to throw this trash. He wants to throw this cup of coffee in the trash can. All right, this next shot is going to show me getting ready to launch this coffee cup from across the room into the trash can. And what I did here, even though I don't like the actual surroundings, I made do with what I had. And what I did was I positioned myself on the right-hand side of the frame. I positioned the bottom portion of that artwork at the top left-hand corner. The light and the flower behind me are actually on the bottom left-hand corner, and right in the middle is my hand with the coffee cup. So this is actually telling the audience, I'm about to throw this cup, and their attention should be on this cup. But if they look around them, they're going to see a clear shot of me. They're going to see the background, and everything just kind of works together. Now here would be a close-up of the coffee on the bottom right-hand corner of the frame, and this is supposed to symbolize the cup in the air. The very next shot is actually going to show the cup on the top left-hand corner, and that little transition between the bottom and the top is supposed to symbolize the cup traveling through the air. That's what's going to tell the audience that the cup is traveling through the air. We cut to my face, which is kind of surprised because now it just kind of looks like I realized that I just launched this coffee that most likely still has some liquid in it across the room. Is he going to make it? Is he not going to make it? And boom. Last shot is actually the trash. Overhead shot of the trash can. And it's actually showing the coffee cup right in it. No mess. No fuss. Thanks for watching. I really hope that you found this episode valuable. Please let me know if there's anything that you do to master framing and composition. Leave those in the comments because I would really like to check them out and try out some of those new techniques. Again, this is just what I use to help me get better and practice my craft. So again, thank you guys for watching. See you next time.